Love isn't always simple, and passion often comes at a price. Welcome to Intrigue Romance, where secrets, betrayal, and forbidden desires collide. Tonight, we take you into a story you won't forget, where love is never what it seems. I woke up suddenly, my heart pounding in my chest, as if trying to warn me of something. The house was dark and silent, but an uneasy feeling tugged at me, pulling me out of bed. I glanced at the clock, 12:46 a.m. I couldn't pinpoint what had disturbed my sleep, but as I listened closely, I heard it, a creak of the floorboards just outside our bedroom. I glanced at my husband, Matt, sleeping soundly beside me, his breathing deep and steady. Everything seemed normal, but that uneasy feeling persisted. I slid out of bed, moving quietly to the door. Peering into the hallway, I saw a shadow slipping down the stairs. My stepson, Tyler. Tyler had been acting strange for weeks, secretive, withdrawn, always clutching his phone like it was a lifeline. Matt brushed it off as typical teenage behavior, but my gut told me there was more to it. Tonight, I was going to find out what it was. I followed Tyler, careful to keep a few paces behind. He moved like he knew how to avoid the creaky spots on the stairs, like he'd done this many times before. I paused at the top of the staircase, watching as he reached the front door and hesitated, checking his phone. My pulse quickened when the porch light flickered on and a car eased into the driveway. A woman stepped out, young, maybe late 20s, with sleek blonde hair and a confident stride. She walked up to the door, and Tyler let her in without hesitation. My throat tightened when I recognized her, Alyssa, Matt's colleague. I'd met her at a few work events, exchanged pleasantries, never suspecting she'd end up here in the middle of the night. They spoke in hushed voices, Tyler handing her something, an envelope? A package? I couldn't make it out from where I was hiding, half hidden in the shadows of the hallway. Alyssa glanced around nervously before handing Tyler a small bag. My mind raced with possibilities. Was it money? Something illegal? But what Alyssa said next made my blood run cold. "Matt's waiting for me at the hotel," she whispered. "I won't stay long." I pressed a hand to my mouth to stifle the gasp that threatened to escape. Matt, my husband, was waiting for her? My knees felt weak, but I forced myself to stay silent, to watch as Tyler nodded, locking the door behind her as she left. I slipped back into our bedroom, my mind spinning with betrayal and confusion. Tyler was covering for Matt. How long had this been going on? And why had they dragged a 13-year-old boy into their sordid affair? The next morning, I felt like I was moving through a fog, every interaction with Matt tinged with the knowledge of what I'd seen. He acted like everything was normal, giving me a kiss on the cheek as he poured his coffee, chatting about his plans for the day. I couldn't take it. "We need to talk," I said, my voice barely above a whisper. He frowned, setting his mug down. "What's wrong?" I took a deep breath, steadying myself. "I know about Alyssa. I know about the hotel. And I know Tyler's been helping you." The color drained from his face. "Rebecca, it's not what you think." "Don't lie to me," I snapped, the anger I'd been holding back flooding out. "I saw her here last night. I heard everything." Matt ran a hand through his hair, his eyes darting around the room like he could find an escape from the confrontation. "I made a mistake. It wasn't supposed to go this far." "How long?" I demanded. "How long have you been using Tyler to cover for you?" His silence was answer enough. The betrayal cut deep, not just because of the affair, but because he'd involved Tyler, a child, in his deceit. I couldn't fathom how he could justify that, how he could put that kind of burden on his own son. Leaving Matt was the hardest decision I've ever made, but staying would have broken me completely. The divorce was messy, and the fallout with Tyler was even messier. He was angry at everyone, at me for leaving, at Matt for his lies, at himself for getting tangled up in it all. In the aftermath, I rebuilt my life piece by piece. I found strength in places I didn't know existed, and though the trust was shattered, I knew one thing for certain: I'd never ignore my instincts again. Sometimes the truth is the last thing you want to find, but once you see it, there's no going back.